Well, Graham, you said you wanted to take it to the last game. Unfortunately, that's not happened, but the lads gave it everything, didn't they, at Reading?
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things you have to say, and I think we sort of believed maybe midway through, around about the Rotherham game, once you win a couple of games, you got a feeling that we could take it all the way. But results went against us, as well as a couple of our own results. So, but they were close games. Players give a great account of themselves, really, particularly in the last couple of games where we really took the game to the opposition. And to come out with 1 point out of those two games was disappointing as far as the performances are concerned.
That's one criticism, that you could never level at this group of players, is that they don't give it everything they've got.
No, they've been great. I would only, in my time, short time, I would only really question the Ipswich game, and that was really down to individual mistakes, really, which was probably brought on a bit by the situation where people, defenders trying to keep us attacking rather than making sure we're defending. But once we cleared that up, they were fine. So I have no complaints about their efforts for me personally.
It was a huge task, wasn't it, that you were taking on, but it's one that we came close to achieving, I would say.
Yeah, I think so. A few more games, would have been nice, but it wasn't to be. But the sad thing, we never got it in our control. I think if we'd have got it under our control, I think we could have cracked it. But because of our experiences that have been in it here before, but the things are still, for me, looking towards next year, still quite positive.
Yeah, there's a basis of a strong squad here, isn't there? So hopefully we can go down with a lot of optimism.
Well, for League One, yeah. I mean, it's it's down a level, but obviously we know only 12 months ago we knew how to win the league then, and I think we know how to do it again. It's not easy. You can't afford to lose too many games. Sheffield United look like they've done it easily, but ask them after the first month. It's not that easy, but I think we've got the artillery and what's probably led us down this season. We've got people who can certainly score goals in League One.
And we've still got a game to play on Sunday against a Leeds team who will have a big support. There's nothing on the game for them, but it's still going to be a big occasion, isn't it?
Well, it always is. I mean, when the away end is full of supporters, it always adds to the atmosphere. It has done it. It reminds you of obviously Premier League days. A lot of time for the manager, a lot of time for the football club. It's probably not a bad game in that sense, that there'll be a good atmosphere, and it'll be a sort of reminder that that's what you want to get back to, really. We've had it this year with Newcastle coming here and teams like that, Aston Villa, and if it's you finish off with that game against Leeds, that should be a taster to sort of just remind the players that within 12 months they're coming back there again.
And with nothing being riding on the game, is it an opportunity for you to maybe experiment a little bit, bring in some young players, or what's in your mind without giving your team away?
Well, I feel that I've experimented and used the squad. I think if you look over the games, I don't think there's much experimenting to do, really, in terms of. I mean, there's lads like Omar, who probably he should be busting the gut to play now. Now he's almost 100% fit, so there could be changes, but they may be of varying degrees. Obviously, we've got 1 or 2 injuries, so there could be changes anyway. But we'll see. I might involve some of the young lads on the bench, and if possible, to get them on.
Finally, we obviously had a tragic news last week that Sean MacDonald broke his leg. Now, you've been to see him this week. How is it? He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in football. Certainly, I'm sure you're the same. How's he getting on?
Well, just that. It felt like when you visit Sean, you feel like it's reverse roles. He's picking you up like it's an amazing character, really. And I met his fiancée, and she's just as lively and bubbly as him, and a lovely couple, and they're getting married in a few weeks. They've got so much to look forward to. But he's took it really better than anybody I've ever seen. I've seen it happen to lads before. I've seen lads obviously get serious injuries, and he's took it as well as anybody could do. So I would say that Sean MacDonald will be back on the pitch earlier than you think. I think he will, obviously he's a dedicated lad, but he will do everything to be back probably 2-3 weeks earlier than he should be.